Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Generic Commander where you find Commander just like you would anywhere else. Today we're playing a little Arch Enemy. Hey, Jolly, why don't you explain Arch Enemy to everybody?
No, I'm lying. Hey everybody, I'm Jolly, and I'm going to explain archenemy to you. We've already pre-rolled, and we've decided that Russ today is Satan, and all of us, we're also demons, doing an uprising. Nobody here is good. So it's me and Jarvis and Ham against Big Daddy Russ. Okay, easy. We got that down. Russ has 60 life, and then we as a collective, we also have 60 life. Effects that deal damage to like each opponent or each player. If Russ is doing those effects, it's gonna hit all three of us. We'll lose 3 life from that one damage for each player. That's pretty easy. Now the main thing about this is that Russ has this special deck here that I'm gonna be doing for him because I have the cards. And at the beginning of Russ's main phase, he will turn over these horrible, horrible schemes, and he will do terrible, terrible things to us. I don't know which ones he has in there. I have a bunch. I just kind of shuffled 20 together. We'll see what happens. Maybe I gave him the worst ones on accident. Or maybe I gave him all of the best ones on purpose. I guess we're going to find out. So since Russ will be going first and is Satan today, Russ, why don't you introduce us to your commander and how you're Satan?
Hey, so I am playing Bartolio del Presidio. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Bart. It's aristocrats by way of vampire typal. Um,
Mm.
it
So
was
aristocrats.
kinda. Like there's some aristocrat staples that aren't in there, like Sir Conrad and stuff like that. I know, like Jarvis looks confused, like what? No Sir Conrad in mono black, or even Orzov?
I'm not playing Sir Conrad either.
I know. I was proud. I was proud of Jarvis. I
What?
looked through his deck list, and there's no Sir Conrad.
No way.
Color me amazed. But that's it for me.
Now
What
I'm
do you
wondering
got,
if I have it
Jarvis?
in here, but
So the reason why I'm not playing Sir Conrad is because I actually only own 2 copies, and I forget which deck my second copy's in. And I'm not taking it from my commander deck, my Sir Conrad commander deck. That's the only reason why.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it'd be in here. But anyway, I'm playing a new commander from Jumpstart Foundations, or Foundations Jumpstart, however it goes, or set code J25. It's Ozox, the Clattering King. He can't block, but when he dies, I get to go and create a token called Jumble Bones, who's a 2/1 black skeleton creature that's also legendary that can't block. But when he leaves the battlefield, I return Ozox from the graveyard to my hand. This is a combo deck. I have Phyrexian Alter Loops, Ashnod's Alter Loops, lots of aristocrat cards that are going to be fighting Russ's aristocrat cards. But I hope to be looping with altars.
Mm.
okay. I love
And
how both those commanders are like, what if Nantuko Husk was my commander? And there's like, what if Gutter Bones was my commander? And it's like, I'm here for it. And I'm not gonna be mixing or joining that theme at all. Because I'm gonna be playing Marika, Brutal Gladiator, who is the in-universe version of Zangief from the Street Fighter Secret Lair. This is Jund Punchies. It's punchy mid-range value is the whole thing. The commander herself does excess whenever she does excess damage to a creature, that creature's controller has to sacrifice a non-land, non-creature permanent, and so it's a great way to like bust up mana rocks and destroy value pieces. And normally, this deck ends up being kind of the fun police against one other enemy. So I figured in an arch enemy situation where all of that rage can be focused on just one target is probably going to be a good thing. So I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be fun.
excellent. And me, Jolly. I got the bird. I got the baby bird.
Here's one.
Zinnia. Zinnia gives my creature spells offspring too. So I can pay an additional 2 mana when I cast my creatures. I make a little baby. Jolly saying click is not only trying to copy stuff, but he's trying to make tokens of the copies. It's the same thing I always do, baby. So same thing I always do again. And I think with intros out of the way, Russ, go ahead and take your first turn. After you draw, we will reveal the
Hey.
first scheme. All right, Russ, draw your card, and then we'll do our first scheme.
We draw.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I'm gonna
And
scheme
then-
a
Oh, hold on. Your first scheme that you do is choose your champion. The way that this scheme works is that when you set this scheme in motion, target opponent chooses a player. Until your next turn, only you and the chosen player can cast spells or attack with creatures.
That's fun. So, Russ, who's your target opponent?
Jolly.
So
All right.
I will say, I don't know about any of you, I do have a 1-drop to cast.
Yeah, I will not cast spells. I'm completely fine with not casting spells on my turn. I'll
Okay.
give it to me.
Cool.
I'm golden goose egg with that.
I could have accepted it as well. So yeah, all good.
All
Hell
right.
yeah,
Very-
let's go.
I'm gonna
All
play
right. So
a,
Russ, take it away.
I'm gonna play a Shine Shadow Snarl.
Very good.
Turn. I'm gonna reveal a swamp. So it comes
Very
in
good.
untapped. And then I pass.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Viscera.
Okay.
All right, and we all will
Draw.
take our turn in tandem.
Ah,
We'll all
yes.
untap, upkeep, and draw.
So I'll play a swamp.
Very good.
I'm gonna play out a jungle hollow, and we each gain 1 life. Well, we gain a life. I
Yeah,
gain
we
one,
Yay.
but
We're
we get
winning.
one up to 61. Woohoo!
And my 1-drop will be a Wayfarer's Bauble.
Ooh, let's go.
And I'm gonna play a tipple of Ep17, and I'm gonna scry 1.
Epifini, hey.
Hey.
Epifini,
Epifini.
Epifini.
Oh no, Peter Griffin's got a mustache.
Okay. I will. I think we're done.
You
Yes.
didn't see that
Okay.
episode of Family Guy where Peter grew a mustache and like was pretending to speak Italian by going "Babidi boopity, babidi beebidi babidi."
I don't
Definitely
remember
missed
that
that
at
one.
all.
Yep.
Go ahead,
Look.
Russ.
Somebody out there in the comments defend me.
Yeah. Oh no, we're not
You
attacking
draw?
you. Just like don't know that one.
All right,
Oh,
now
that
that you've
sounds
drawn,
pretty indefensible.
let's see your next scheme. This one is called The Plot That Spans Centuries. When you set the scheme in motion, the next time you would set a scheme in motion, you set 3 schemes in motion instead.
What?
Oh,
Gross.
no.
So nothing this time, but the next one will be 3.
It's 3. It's for me.
I
Oh, I
hate
hate
your
that.
deck.
Oh, I hate that so much. All right.
Play a swamp for turn.
Here, maybe if I include special cards, it will let me click it. Still
Gonna
won't.
go ahead and play tap 2 to play an Oathsworn Vampire. It's a 2/2.
Very good.
It enters the battlefield tapped, but I may cast it from my graveyard if I gain life.
Very good.
And then I pass.
Pretty cool.
All right,
Okay.
let's go. Let's hope
Untap.
for the
Oh, yeah.
best.
Draw.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
I'll play
This is,
another swamp.
Yeah, this exotic
Uh,
orchard's not gonna be.
I'm
very
gonna
good.
do a thing that I think is gonna be really rad in this context.
Okay.
Before I play my land, I'm gonna tap this for a green. I'm gonna play an Eladamri's Vineyard. At the beginning of each player's main phase, add green to that player's mana pool.
Oh, that is gonna be much better for us than exclusively Russ. This is
Group hug
this is
elements
good.
benefit
There
us
you go.
significantly. And I
There you
get the
go.
added bonus of seeing Jarvis be upset about a group hug element hitting the field. And it's green. So it's my favorite thing. Let's go. I'm a
In a
little bit of
similar
a-
way,
I'm a little bit of a monster. All right.
I will play an Azorius Signet. Any other plays? You got a land drop, right?
Yeah,
Russ?
I do have a land drop. I want to play a Rugged Highland, which is going to gain us another life.
There we go.
And
Hell
the only
yeah.
other thing that I'm gonna do so that way we're not wasting any time, I'm gonna crack that bauble right away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that works. So Eladamri's Vineyard is live. Everybody's going to gain 2 green at the beginning of each player's main phase. Yeah, I believe it's
Very
pre-combat
good.
main phase specifically. Yeah. All right.
Um,
I'm good.
All right, pass it over to Russ.
All
Take it away, good sir.
Gonna untap. I'm gonna upkeep. I'm gonna draw.
All right, now
And then we're
let's
gonna
set
scheme
3 schemes
thrice.
in motion. All right, your
Woo.
first one is the Iron Guardian Stirs. When you set the scheme in motion, you make a 4/6 Golem artifact token. There you go. You have a 4/6. Not
Seems
too
easy.
bad.
I hate it.
Your next one is Look Skyward and Despair. When you set this scheme in motion, you make a 5/5 red dragon with flying onto the battlefield. And then okay. This one is an ongoing scheme, so these work a little different. This one says at the beginning of your end step, you create a 3/3 black horror creature token. And also at the beginning of your opponent's end step, they may sacrifice 2 creatures, and if they do, you have to abandon this scheme. So this one's going to stick around until we do that. So that's cool.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Oh, I love this. All right.
I will say
Okay.
this, there are definitely worse ones that I think he could have gotten there.
Yeah. Play archenemy, they said. It's gonna be fine, they said.
I'm having a good time.
Actually, yeah, no, I still am because you guys are a delight. But you know,
I was too busy drawing.
but I
that
like to
dragon,
complain. It's my favorite.
I missed the third one.
Oh, the third one is at your end step, you make a 3/3 horror. And also this is going to stick around until we at the beginning of our end step sacrifice 2 creatures. So every of your end steps you will get to do this again until we stop it somehow.
If only one of us could sacrifice creatures easily. Man, if only.
I wish I had another creature in my hand. Right now I don't. Hopefully I top deck it.
Here's
Well,
hoping.
yeah, you just need a 1-drop creature and play Ozox, and then you're like good, right?
Boosh,
Oh, it doesn't even have
got
to
it.
be one. I could be up to a 3-drop because of Eldami's Vineyard.
Hey, there you go. Hell yeah.
Hey, check it.
We call that a good card.
Synergy. I freaking love Eldami's Vineyard. But
I refuse
with
to
that,
call it a good card.
I love this card. I love it so much. It's my favorite.
So, Russ, don't forget the golem comes at your end step.
No,
No,
The
the
horror
golem
is at the end step.
Oh, the
Horror's
horror's at
at
your end step.
the horse at the
Okay.
end step.
Look at this. And don't forget, you have 2 green mana.
Yep, you sure do. 'Cause that's everybody
I'm glad you
in the
mentioned
club
that.
getting tapped. Anyway,
I'm gonna pay those 2 green mana, a white and a black, to play Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. Comes in with 3 loyalty. I can upkeep 1 to create a 1/1 black vampire creature token with lifelink.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I can -2 to create an emblem that says creatures I control get +1/+0.
Very nice.
And -6 destroy up to 3 target creatures and or planeswalkers. Return each card put into the graveyard this way to the battlefield under my control.
Very nice.
I like it.
You ought to. It seems
Yeah,
good for you.
that tracks. Yeah.
My forces are immeasurable.
Gonna go ahead and uptick it
Innumerable. There you go.
and create a vampire. Blue.
In front of God and everyone.
Just blue. And then I'm gonna.
Rose.
There's no creatures on the board, right?
Negative.
I'm gonna hit Jarvis for 2. Haha.
Well, you hit all of us.
Did you count the Rugged Highlands?
Oh,
mana
yeah.
or life that we gained. So we're back to even.
We're at 59.
Okay.
And
Oh, no,
then
I didn't count the Rugged Highlands. So, yeah, we are
Yeah,
even.
I've gained us 2. Yep. Because I
All
love
right.
my garbage tap lands. I love them
The
so much.
anti-shock.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna pass my turn.
Okay.
All right. And
Untap.
Untap upkeep drawer.
We're gonna untap then keep up. All right, my land for turn is gonna be a Shramps.
My land for turn is a Scavenger Grounds.
And we all have that Vineyard mana. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Vineyard mana and my 3 lands to rock out my commander. Marika, brutal gladiator. 7/4 is indestructible on my turn. Our turn. Must be blocked if able. And whenever she slaps a creature, the creature's if excess damage is dealt, the creature's controller has to sack a non-critter thing. If they have it. Non-critter, non-land.
There we go.
Oh, I forgot to make an
I am going to. I don't know my deck that well. So I am going to pay 1 and a black. I am going to do the Demonic Tutors.
Ooh. D-toots. Let's go.
The Duty Tooties.
R2D2.
I have to see if there's anything I have here that could help me. Well, help us. That's an option.
Damnation, here it comes.
No,
mean-
I'm not. I'm looking to get rid of the scheme, not to get rid of the. Not to go and wipe the board quite yet, even though I know we need to get there.
Boo. Like the board.
Yeah, wiping the board now doesn't do much because we still have that 3/3 that keeps coming back.
Yeah, front to back, back to front. What are we working with here?
Mm-hmm.
I always wipe back to front, and that's why I get so many UTIs.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
That's interesting. That's cool.
That is...
That's cool.
Huh.
That's cool to hear. That's cool to just have out there on the internet forever.
Yeah, cool.
Great thing to
Share
say.
that with all of our... Yeah, you heard it here first, viewers.
So
Yeah.
potential sponsors, I guess, because now it's not going to be like goddamn Ultimate Guard or whatever. Now we need medicated UTI shit. Damn it.
No, it's just yeah, that's actually be the card I get. It's funny. It's the one thing that, as a male, I never really had to pay attention to. But then once I had daughters, I'm like, oh, I have to pay attention, so that way I don't go and give them an infection.
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Turns out
that's
a whole thing.
that is
Yeah.
the card I will be getting. I'm then going to tap for 3
Mm-hmm.
and continue the ramp game and play a Commander Sphere.
That's not what I wanted you to do.
I still have one more play to play.
Oh, okay.
Marionette Apprentice. Marionette Apprentice
hello.
has Fabricate 1. Whenever another creature or artifact I control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life.
Okay.
So Fabricate 1 gives me a little creature. A 1/1.
The body.
I'm not going to draw her up or anything because it's getting
Don't get
sacrificed.
Yeah, I got
quickly.
you. I'm
Yeah.
going to use the green to tap this signet, and then that, and I might just have to let some stuff float. But I'll go ahead and cast my commander. I'll put out Zinnia. Flying 1/3. Oh, it does also get plus X plus O, where X is the number of other creatures I control with base power 1. But that's a thing I always forget because it's not the ability I care about. But
Fair
here
enough.
it is. Are we doing anything else?
I don't have anything else to do before the end step.
Nor do I.
All right. Well, let's move to that end step.
At the end step, I will sacrifice my Marionette Apprentice and the 1/1 that came along with it to destroy the
Alright.
scheme.
We will abandon the scheme.
And Russ, you will lose 1 because a creature not named Marionette Apprentice died.
Okie dokie. Boom.
We've made a dent. Our first
Woohoo.
damage. All right. I think Russ, it is your turn.
All right. Then untap. Doing some upkeeping. Then I do the drawing. Then we do it.
All right. Let's set a scheme in motion.
Huzzah.
This one is My Undead Horde Awakens. Oh, this is also an ongoing scheme. Damn it. At the beginning of your end step, you may put a creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Whenever a creature put onto the battlefield with this scheme is put into a graveyard, you abandon the scheme. Okay. Well,
Gross.
I don't have any in my graveyard. So that's good.
Mm,
I have a marionette apprentice.
Hell yeah. There we
Hey,
go.
cool. All right. I'm going to play a swamp for turn.
Nice. And you do have 2 floating green.
I do have 2 floating green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the 2 floating green and a black and a white to cast Etchings of the Ground, choosing Vampire as my creature type. Creatures I control of the chosen type get +1/+1. I can also pay 1 to sacrifice a creature of the chosen type, and other creatures I control gain indestructible till end of turn. I'm then going to uptick Sorin to 5.
Let's make the babies.
Make it a baby. So make another vampire, a vampire, if you will.
Yes. I will.
what if I won't?
I refuse.
Well,
Damn,
then
come
you
on.
won't. So then, let's see. You guys have a 1/1 and
7/4. If I deal excess damage, you got to sack a
One-
thing.
And we're also able to block for each other.
right. All right. I'm going to send the dragonfly in it for a 5/5.
Not going to block that, I don't think.
We could take 5.
Yeah, we can take 5 to the face. That is acceptable.
I will.
Well, I'm not calling it
Not my
acceptable,
face.
but we will take it.
Yes.
All right. And then I pass my turn.
At your end step, do you want to steal a card, the only creature card in the graveyard, and put it into play underneath your control?
Absolutely.
Okay, it is a marionette apprentice.
Are you
What
going to
does
have
that
it enter
do?
with a counter on it? Or are you going to have it make
Or
a...
the servo. Yeah. Because
It'll
it has fabricate 1. It's a fab 1.
Yeah.
You can either have it enter with a +1/+1 counter or with a 1/1 servo attached to it. Whenever another creature or artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life.
I'll
I
put
think
a
the
+1/+1
servo is usually the
counter
correct
on it.
answer. With that.
Each?
Oh, the servo?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I would recommend servo. Yeah, the
Oh.
fact is each really sucks, but
All right. And how big is a marionette apprentice?
A 1/2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, we kind of need a board wipe.
I'm working on it.
All right.
I'm a little worried that I'm. Yeah, we'll
Well,
see what happens.
Here's the thing. I think that a board wipe without getting rid of the marionette apprentice first makes us
Might
take
be-
how much just with what's on board 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we take 6 12 18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Which
got to get rid
sucks.
of that first.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, and once we to get rid of that, the scheme is gone too. So
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I know I could get rid of the marionette apprentice on my turn. I just don't know if
Okay.
that's on our turn. I just don't know if it's the right time yet.
Yeah, my mana's a little awkward right now.
But I believe that's all Russ is doing, so I believe we can go to our
Okay.
turn.
Yep.
All right.
Untap up, keep drawing a card. Everybody loves that I'm drawing a
Keep drawing
card.
card, hey.
Toad.
All right.
We get 2 green mana.
We sure
Yes, we
do.
do.
It would be really cool if I could pretend one of those was red, but you know, it's fine. It is totally fine. Totally cool, groovy cool. No issues, no complaints, no concerns.
I'm glad that marionette apprentice is only creatures that he controls.
Yeah.
A little better.
Well,
I forgot to make the servo. Wait, I got a servo.
Yeah, you.
I
you
would
do
recommend
make a
getting servo. Get it. Well, I'm gonna do first things first. I'm gonna play a Terramorphic Expanse, and I'm gonna crack it to go get a mountain.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I could.
It's just a thing I
1,
need,
2,
and this is
3,
how I
4,
can get it.
5,
So that's what I'm
7.
gonna do.
I want to go while you're doing that. I'm just going to cast my commander.
Sounds good.
Ozox, the Clattering King. And if you're wondering, hey, Jarvis, where's your Ozox? I was at PAX, and because this card is like a 50-cent uncommon, none of them had it in stock. Even though we played the mini masters around Foundations Jumpstart, I didn't get it. My LGS doesn't have it. And I'm not at the point where I want to go and spend 50 cents plus whatever they charge for shipping on TCG
Yeah.
Player yet.
Spend $3 to ship a 50-cent card to you. Yeah. That's...
So if you
Well-
have an Ozox that you don't want, get at me on the Twitterverse or the Blue Skies or the TikToks or the Instagrams or anywhere that you can.
So Jarvis can give you $3 to ship it to him. Yeah.
I have a good idea.
I have an idea. I don't know if it's good.
Well, are you doing anything else on your turn?
I feel like Ham might have something up his sleeve.
Okay, yeah. Let me see what Ham's doing
Well-
before I start doing some horse hockey.
I at this point for this turn, that was my land. For this turn, I'm gonna use my Eladamri mana for a Canker Bloom.
Okay.
And until we go to
Okay.
combat, I'm afraid that's all I got.
Okay, I don't have anything to do before combat. What I have can be done after combat.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do something before combat.
Get it?
Yeah. Now Jarvis, I don't think you're gonna like this though. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the 2 green, one in there, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then wait, am I an idiot? I am an idiot. I think I need one more.
That's 5, yes.
I'm going to play. Now I do think that this is good for us so far. I'm gonna play a Scrawling Crawler Offsprung,
What's the toughness on that? I forget.
a 3/2.
How much are we going to want Scrawling Crawler to stay around?
Well, on my upkeep, each player is gonna draw a card twice, so we're gonna draw a total of 6 cards amongst us versus Russ's 2.
Well,
that
the
seems-
reason why I'm asking is with it on the stack, the spell I have to cast I could do post combat. If I cast it when Scrawling Crawler is out, it's going to get rid of Scrawling Crawler.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So that's why I'm asking. And actually, I should have thought, isn't Cankerbloom too tough? Yeah.
This is 3/2.
Yeah, that would get
Oh,
rid of
no.
Cankerbloom too.
That's fine. I can activate it at instant speed and Russ has an enchantment over there, right?
Okay, with Scrawling Crawler on the stack, I need you to activate Cankerbloom Ham. Because the card I have has split second.
Oh, well, yeah. Well then, yeah. In response to the Scrawling Crawler, I'm gonna crack the Canker Bloom and target that enchantment on Russ's board with the destroy target enchantment effect.
In response, I'm going to pay 1, sacrifice a vampire to give all my creatures indestructible till end of
It's
turn.
not all your creatures, it's a target creature.
Oh, well, in that case, I pick Marionette's Apprentice.
In response to you targeting the Marionette Apprentice, I'm going to cast that. V.A.T. Oh, I could have. It's any number of target creatures with equal toughness. Sorry, I thought it was all of them. It's the first time I'm casting the card. It's a Fallout card.
Oh.
It has a split second. Choose any number of target creatures with equal toughness. Destroy the chosen creatures. So I'm choosing to destroy the 2 toughness creatures.
So it's the Marionette
me.
Apprentice
And a vampire.
and the
And it's my Ozox, which I want my Ozox to die.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Marionette.
And then Scrawling Crawler is still on the stack just because of the way that we timed that out, but it would have been
Yeah.
fine anyway. All right, cool.
Well, hold on.
That's what happens when you play new cards.
I get it.
Let's see. Hold
It's
on.
It's a Fallout card, and I've been wanting to play that card for a while. I just couldn't find a cut for it in Conrad.
Gotcha. This seems like a fine place for it. All right.
Okay.
And that destroys the scheme, right?
Yes.
Now we did still though, because he did sacrifice the thing. So
Yeah.
we did need to lose 3 life.
No.
He sacrificed
Oh,
the
you
vampire in
did sacrifice
response.
the vampire. Yes, you're right.
Yubbers.
Correct.
And then my baby. Me.
And there's my Jumble
Spring
Bones.
Crawler, that rules.
Oh, and I'm going to take this chance to go and vent. Did you know that WotC makes a card that creates a token, and it's the only card that creates a token in Foundation's Jumpstart, but yet doesn't actually make a physical copy of the token, but gets art commissioned for it for Arena?
But that token doesn't actually exist in paper.
There's no
Like
paper
they did all
Jumble
the hard
Bones
part.
token.
It just didn't make it onto any of the sheets anywhere.
Correct.
That's
There's
funny.
no Jumble Bones token in paper.
That's weird. Huh.
This is my scrawling crawler as a baby. It's got a little bottle right there.
Aw,
Aw.
adorbs.
Make sure you wipe front to back.
Never.
Moving to combat.
I'm gonna go to combat and I'm gonna hit Russ in the sky. I don't think you have any other flyers, do you?
We attack simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go with the Soren just to knock it down some?
Honestly, though, actually no, because Marika has to be blocked if able, and if I deal excess damage to the blocker, Russ has to sacrifice a non-creature, non-land permanent. Soren, I think, is the only one left. So
Oh yeah.
Non-creature-
I believe
yeah,
Marika
okay.
attacking will destroy Soren.
All right. Well, I'm swinging in the sky. Russ can just like double block with some stuff, but
Yeah, and I'm sending Marika over.
How big is Murray?
Well, Russ doesn't
7-4
want a double.
indestructible.
Well, actually, since he only has the one, it doesn't matter.
Even with the double block, I can choose to assign
Well-
the excess damage to one creature.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So what is it again?
7-4 indestructible must be blocked.
Then I will block with the golem only because it's a 4/6.
Okay,
So
Marika is indestructible.
That's fine, but you can have your 1 over damage.
Well, it triggers upon excess damage being dealt. Doesn't matter how much excess damage.
Ah,
So you can block. You can jump with the servo, and the outcome is the same, except you keep your 4/6.
You just take more damage.
yeah. Well, then I'll.
No,
check
it's
the
there's.
servo.
She doesn't trample.
Oh, she does a triple. Oh, yeah, that's right.
It
She
just
doesn't have
does the
trample
damage.
natively.
All right, I'll jump with the servo, and then Soren just.
And
does
then
the
then we get the trigger. You have to sacrifice a non-creature, non-land permanent.
That's
So
Soren.
he's out of here.
And how big
Yeah.
is Zinnia?
Oh, this is gone because the
Yeah,
Yep.
Jolly, how big is Zinnia?
Zinnia right now, because I have 1/1/1 over here. It's good. It is a 2/3 flyer.
Wow.
So Russ will take 2 Zinnia damage.
Uno, dos.
Okie dokes.
All right, and I think that's all I have for now.
That's all I got.
I'm good.
All right.
That's it.
Okay, Russ,
We're
go
gonna play
ahead.
that. Draw.
All right, and your new scheme is The Mighty Will Fall. When you set this scheme in motion, choose an opponent with the highest life total among your opponents. Interesting. That player loses 7 life. This one was made before they did Archenemy Commander as a thing, so this one works weird. We lose 7 life. It's just
Down to
not
45.
gonna-
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right, and then I draw. Oh, I don't draw anything. You draw with the scrawling crawler at the beginning here.
Yeah,
right?
you do lose 2 life from drawing though. On account of because I
No,
got
you
2 of them.
will draw 2 extra cards, Russ. Put
On
them
my
on
turn.
our turn. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a Voldarin Estate for turn.
Voldarn. Voldarn
Red to
too.
black,
Oh,
play
darn.
Bart.
Bart, Bart, Bart.
Another one bites the dust.
Bart, 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 Bart's a bus.
How you think you're gonna sack your creatures? Instant speed with no mana. You're gonna play Bartolome del Presidio. Are you ready? No, I ain't ready for that.
And if you like Joey's silly songs, go to their TikTok.
Yes, absolutely.
It's sing a silly song with Jolly, the part of the show where Jolly sings a silly song.
I'm just gonna straight up copy
I got that reference.
the ape and monkey song. That's the best silly song with Larry, hands down. Underrated.
No, the lip song is
Right.
definitely the best. I love
Nah,
my lips.
nah.
I
If
don't
it doesn't
believe
have a
one
tail, it's not a monkey. Even if it's got a monkey kind of shape. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. It's an ape. That's the best one.
But everybody has a water buffalo.
That one is
and a
true as
black.
well.
Play a
Here we
character
go.
Conqueror. It's a 2/2
Oh.
vigilance. Whenever an artifact or creature enters the battlefield untapped and under an opponent's control,
Oh
they
no!
may tap that permanent. If they don't, I create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with life.
This card. Oh, no. This is the one that goes infinite if you have two of them.
Yes.
I guess it's a good thing I don't have two of them, huh? And then I'm going to go to combats.
Just
It's a good thing
you'll
he's
get a
not playing
scheme that does
clones.
it. I think there's a scheme that does that kind of horse shit. We'll see.
I'm going to attack with the Golem and the Horror.
Mhm.
The Horror, and the Oathsworn Vampire.
At
that's-
who?
Oh, I'm going to swing them all at Jarvis because he can't block.
Well, I was like, it doesn't really matter because we could block for each other. But if we're
Yeah.
not blocking, if we want to
The-
take another 7, we can take another 7.
Actually, it would be
declaring who you're targeting does,
7,
or
8,
who you're aiming at might make sense for triggers and
Oh,
things
it's
as
9?
far as the actual
Yeah, it's 9.
blocking and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, you're the only one with creatures.
Yeah, I'll just take 9.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Fine. That's fine. It sucks, but that's fine.
And then I pass my turn.
Okay.
All right.
Untap.
So, at the beginning of my upkeep, each player draws a card, but we're going to do that twice.
All right, so I
So,
draw
1.
a card, and I lose 3 life,
Yep.
right? Or 2 life?
2.
1, 2.
Well,
cards,
you draw
2 life.
2 cards,
And I draw another
and
card,
you lose
lose
4
another-
life.
And then we
two.
draw a card for turn.
Yep, then we draw a card for turn.
Okay, I'll play a swamp as my land for turn.
So, question
What's
for the
up?
class:
Mhm.
how much do we want to wipe this board?
Let me think. I'm doing math right now.
Oof, I'm sorry.
I did play my land.
Yeah,
I
you
don't-
did.
Wiping the board would be fine. But before you wipe it, I do have something I want to do.
Okay, and the wipe would work best, in my opinion, if it's pre-combat, which I know might not seem ideal, but I think that'd be
Wait,
pretty
wait. Hold up. Why do you need it to be pre-combat?
Because then my commander would be able to attack in freely, unblocked. That's all. If we
Dang,
want to get the
okay.
7, if we want to get the 7 damage, that would be cool.
Would your commander live through your board wipe?
His commander's indestructible.
Indestructible on turn.
Yeah.
When it's attacking, I thought. Or is it just on your turn?
As long as it's your turn, Marika is indestructible.
Oh, okay. I mean,
And because we all share a turn, if any of you guys have like a good old fashioned like Wrath of God, I'm cool with it. Like she's
yeah.
groovy groovy.
Actually, may I do mine?
Hit it. What do you
Are
got,
we
man?
wiping a board? Because
Yeah.
I have a play that I need to make before we wipe the board.
Okay, yeah. Then do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
And
attempt.
we're also sitting with our Eladamri mana at present, so
Yeah. I'm gonna diabolic intent, sacrificing my jumble bones
get it.
as
Jungle
the additional
Bungs.
cost.
That is a fine choice.
And
dig it.
when that does leave the battlefield, Ozox does go from my graveyard to my hand.
Yar.
I am going to go and get a card.
That's a
Okay.
good idea. I'd recommend that.
Get at least one.
Cards are good.
And no more than one. Where's the card I want?
In your hand. Oh my god,
No.
you didn't even notice it was in your hand.
It's in the second half of the deck.
Oh my god, it's right there in your hands the whole time and you didn't even
There we
notice.
go. Okay. I'm good
Right next
to
to your
take the
car
next
keys
steps.
that you were wondering where.
My
Okay.
cat keys.
Your khakis.
So we're gonna use one green to tap this. And then we're gonna use the other green. So that's 3 so far. And then we need a white. So that's 4. And then we can use this red here, Mr. White. And we're gonna cast a time warp. I'm gonna return a creature I control to my hand. It'll be Xenia. And then we destroy all creatures.
Okay.
Cool. Marika just rubs it off, or walks it off. No big deal. Boom.
Rub some dirt on it.
That actually was way better than what I was gonna do. So tight.
It's in the pre-con.
I
Keep it
then
going.
have. I do have stuff I can do, but it doesn't matter whether it's pre or post combat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Well, I have
redeploy.
some stuff that I should do pre-combat
Oh.
because of the vineyard mana. So
What can I
I guess I should use the
I
vineyard mana
cast-
too, pre combat.
Xenia? Is it gonna be anything that screws up my Xenia?
nah, you're good. No,
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna rock out Winter, Cynical Opportunist.
Okay. Pre combat. I'm gonna run out this jet medallion.
Cool. I'm also gonna go ahead and hit my land drop and bounce the swamp back up to my hand for a Gruul Turf.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So, by the way, Diabolic Intent is a demonic tutor that requires sacrificing a creature, and Jet Medallion just makes all my black spells cost 1 less.
Pretty decent. Cool. And Gruul Turf taps for 2 mana.
I was
Roll.
more thinking
And,
winter.
Yeah, and I played Winter Cynical Opportunist, who is a 2/5 for 4 with Death Touch, and whenever Winter attacks, I mill 3 cards. And then Winter has Delirium. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile any number of cards from your graveyard with 4 or more card types among them. If you do, you put a permanent card from among them onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. This deck isn't necessarily a reanimator deck, but it's kind of nice. Given Marika's ability, I have a lot of fight spells in here, so Death Touchers are pretty dope.
Yep.
So, and my graveyard right now has a Terramorphic Expanse and a Canker Bloom. So, only 2 types. at the
Very
moment.
cool.
Yeah. And then I'm going to cruise to combat if y'all are feeling that.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Yar.
froggy with combat.
Bam,
feeling-
Marika, 7 damage coming on in.
In
Pop, pop.
response, I'm gonna make it so that you actually, guys, you can gain 7 life.
Oh, good.
I mean, that's fair, I don't love that, but you're right. You're right.
Damn. Got her
Second.
ass.
Second main phase, I guess.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'll cast my spell second main. Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew is a skeleton pirate that each other creature I control that's a skeleton or pirate gets +1/+1. And whenever one or more creature cards leave my graveyard, I create a 2/2 black skeleton pirate creature token. It also has an activated ability for 6 mana. I can return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Seems
Good old
fine.
reassembling skeleton. And then for a single black, I'm going to cast a Viscera Seer, which lets me sacrifice
Viscera
creatures and scry 1.
Hell yeah, brother.
Searing the visceras. Let's do it. All right.
I have nothing else to do.
Yep.
All right, Russ.
I'm all good.
I'm
Take it
untapped.
away.
Tippity tap. Keeping. Drawing.
And then we bam.
What are we doing?
Oh, perhaps you've met my cohort. When you set this scheme, interesting. Well, maybe this will work. When you set this scheme in motion, search your library for a Planeswalker card and put it into play. And then shuffle.
Russ does have one more Planeswalker as long as it's not in his hand. There we
Yep.
go.
Sure, invented one more.
Hey. Not a bad one.
Not a bad one.
All right, I'm not going to continue shuffling because I have other things to do.
Okay.
So, all right. So as long as it's my turn, creatures and planeswalkers have lifelink.
Don't forget about your 2 green mana.
I do have 2 green mana.
Yep.
And that's helpful for me. Soren deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker for a +2 and -X. Return target creature card with CMC X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. I am then going to spend that 2 green mana and 2 black to play a Twilight Prophet. It's a 2/4 with flying, has Ascend. If I control 1 or more permanents and have City's Blessing, I get. If I control, I can't read 10 or more permanents, I get City's Blessing. At the beginning of my upkeep, if I have City's Blessing, reveal the top card of my library and put it in my hand. Each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life, where X is the card's mana value.
Nice.
I am then going to pay 1 black. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm going to play my land for turn. This will solve this. Land for turn's a Fable Passage. I'm going to go ahead and
Ooh.
crack it. Go get a swamp. I have more than 4 lands, so it comes in untapped.
Right.
Just going to get a mini shuffle going real quick.
Do you know what I
How
love about it?
many?
It actually comes in tapped, then you untap it, and the only reason why that's relevant is this Miracle Orb.
Yes.
That is true. And also,
Then I'm going to pay 1 and 2 black for a Nighthawk Scavenger.
Okay.
Its power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types amongst cards in my opponent's graveyards.
I have
Okay,
artifact
creature
and
land.
sorcery.
Artifact,
creature,
sorcery, instant creature. We're at 5. It's a 5/5. It has 5 power.
It's got the power.
It does have flying, death touch, and lifelink as well.
What
so
you gonna do with that Soren?
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Well, do we have any 1 damage or 1 toughness creatures?
We do. We have Viscerus here.
But
All right.
I thought
Then I'm going to uptick Soren by 2.
it only does tart player or planeswalker.
Well, then I'll just
does it?
by 2 and ping is in the face for 1.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear what you said there, Russ.
I'm going to ping you in the face for 1 and gain 1 life.
Okay.
We've been punged.
Get good, noob. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass.
Okay.
More like get well, dude.
Fellas, I've got the game.
What?
Come on.
Really?
No, but my
Yeah.
shenanigans.
It's a fun way to have the game.
It-
It's a storm win.
A storm win?
Yeah.
All right, well, prove it.
Yeah.
So for 3 manas, we have our good friend Phyrexian Altar, which was in my opening hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one to have in the opener.
For 2 mana, Ozok's Skeleton Noble.
Okay.
So, Jarvis, how do you win from here? I'm going to
How
sacrifice,
could you not?
and I have 2 green. I'm going to sacrifice Ozok's to Phyrexian Altar to make a black mana.
All right.
When that black mana happens, I will go and make Jumble Bones.
All right.
I'm then going to sacrifice Jumble Bones to Phyrexian Altar to make a black mana to bring
Mhm.
Ozox to my hand. When I do
Mhm.
that, a card leaves my graveyard, and I get a black skeleton pirate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I then sacrifice that black skeleton pirate to Phyrexian Altar. Use 2 of this mana to recast Ozox.
Mhm.
And there I have a loop where I gain 1 black mana with each iteration of me going through that loop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that as many times as I feel is necessary to go and generate tons of mana and have a great Stormwind with let's go with 69 420 times
Classic.
with Tendrils of Agony.
That'll do it.
Oh yeah, because you are casting your commander.
Yep.
Every single time.
All right. Well, there you go.
Okay then.
How could you not?
Could you not? Yeah.
How I
The
could
streamer
not.
that I was sitting on was Waltz of Rage. So yeah, like I had that. Yeah.
I had a Black Market Connections and Solomon hand, and I wanted to play Black Market Connections so bad, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do this because I would want to full send every time.
Oh, Black
That
Market
would hurt.
Connection.
That would hurt pretty badly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would do it.
You would have to do it.
And see, I even took the time to draw a skeleton pirate, not just a normal pirate.
Very nice.
It looks a little bit like a farmer to me.
He has an eye patch. This is supposed to be a pirate hat. That's why he has a feather, and that's a cutlass.
That's a farmer.
Don't
Yeah,
judge
it's a
my
monkey's
drawing,
pirate.
Jolly.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I guess well, Monkey DeLuffy's got the pirate hat, yeah.
It's got a feather in it.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, that's Ozox.
Good job, Ozox. You know
So-
what? I'll
Ozox is the champion, my friend.
So when I did
Oh.
when I did the Diabolic Intent, it was for the Jet Medallion, so that way I can go have
Sure.
actual man. Otherwise, I could have done that loop very early on,
Yeah, but you didn't have like a blood
but
oath.
wouldn't have
but,
done it. Yeah.
but it just would have been me going and playing with myself, and
I've
no
seen
one
worse.
wants to see that.
Yikes.
I've seen
Yeah.
worse. And I will see worse again.
I'm sure.
Jarvis, you get to sign us off.
Oh,
Yeah. Take it away, man.
I think all 3 of us get to sign us off. We take turns, right?
Oh yeah,
Well,
we
just all
got
go
it.
at once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
gotta
okay.
Do it all at once. Ready? In 3,
Yep.
2, 1.
And...
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for checking
Oh,
out
yeah.
Generic Commander. We really appreciate it.
No, you're fine. Keep doing it.
It was supposed to be confidence. Anyway. Oh. Well, thank you so much, everybody,
Thank you
for going
watching
and checking out
Commander
Generic
for
Commander. We
Generic
really
Commander
appreciate
on
you.
YouTube. We really like it.
We like it a lot. Please like, subscribe. It helps us out dramatically.
Like, subscribe.
We
Send me your
we all
social
have things
security
going
number.
on in
I
various
can be-
places. Check out the description
me
for those
be
links.
you
We would
for
really
a month.
appreciate it.
I want to
And
be you
no,
for one
you
whole
rock.
month.
If you want to
And
see more
you rock
nonsense
so
like
much,
this, if you
that's why I
subscribe,
wanna
you're going to
be
see
the
all kinds
guy
of stuff
you
in your
are.
feeds
We were
regularly
gonna be
from all of
twins.
these
We're
silly bitches.
brothers
It's
now.
wonderful.
It's
We
good.
look forward to
Everybody
hanging
likes
out with
what's
you
happening
again
here
next
and
week
everywhere else
here on
here
Generic Commander.
and
And scene.